Hi friends, today we are going to learn about the laws of life. There are laws of the physical world which defines the physical phenomenon. We know about it. We know about the laws of gravity. We know about the laws of friction, laws of thermodynamics, laws of aerodynamics. And when we make use of these laws, we see that we get consistent results when the correct principles are applied. Have you ever heard, after a plane crash, somebody telling that the plane has crashed because the gravity all of a sudden spiked up? Or when an experiment fails in the lab, none of the teachers, they blame the laws because the laws of science or the laws of nature are constant. So when the right principles are applied, the law will give the right results. That's how the natural law works. Similarly, there are spiritual laws which defines our spiritual world. The Word of God says the things that we see are temporary, but the things that we do not see are permanent. The spirit realm defines what happens on the earthly realm. So it is so vital for us to co-labor with God, and to co-labor with God, we need to learn the laws of God. The psalmist says in Psalms chapter 19 verse 7, he says like this: "The law of the Lord is perfect, flawless, restoring and refreshing the soul." The laws of God are perfect. The laws of God makes the simple wise. The laws of God are pure, refreshing, and the laws of God are given for our benefit. The Word of God is given for our benefit. So in this series, we are going to learn how to co-labor with the laws of God, how to co-labor with God, how to understand the ways of God, because the Word of God says that God's ways are perfect. All His promises prove true. And God is a shield of protection. So there are laws of sowing, there are laws of faith, there are laws of love, and there are laws of word, laws of confession, and all these things we are going to learn in this series. So today I want to talk to you about the law of the production center. Yes, we have a production center in our spirit, or in our being, that is our spirit, which is the heart. Our heart, I'm not talking about the physical heart which pumps the blood to your organs. I'm talking about the spirit which is inside the man. The Bible refers to it as the heart, or the core of the human personality. And the Word of God says in Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23 that we need to guard our heart with all diligence, because the issues of life proceeds out of it. What are these issues of life? There are life-creating force inside our spirit, and the Word of God says we need to really guard this production center, which is our heart, or which is our spirit, which is the core of our human personality or the human nature, because out of it flows the issues of life. And the words that we spend time with defines the issues of life. The words are key. The words are vital. The enemy has been after the Word of God from the beginning. Enemy has been targeting the Word, and he has been trying to convince the people of God that the words are just sound, and it actually doesn't mean anything. So you can just hear anything, and you can just pay attention to anything that comes your way, and it doesn't make a difference. But the enemy knows the power of this production center. That's why Jesus said that a tree is known by its fruit. And if you are able to understand the root of the tree, or if you can just pay attention to what goes inside the heart, you will understand the outflow of it through the mouth. The words are powerful. The enemy wants to sow his word as seeds inside our production centers so that he can get a harvest out of it. Many times people are confused why my life is in a mess. Why I'm not able to get the right results? I'm working so hard. But today I want to ask you this question, my dear brother, my dear sister, have you paid attention to what is coming out of your mouth? What are the words that are surrounding us? Because our life is the life right now, the life that you're living right now is the end result of the words that has been surrounding your life. And your future also defined by the words that you're going to spend your life with. The words are powerful. The words are powerful. And it is so important for us to feed the Word of God into our heart. Because when we feed on the Word of God, when we meditate on the Word of God, when the Word of God gets into our heart or the spirit, it starts producing the issues of life that can bring wholeness, healing, deliverance, and prosperity in your entire being. We are going to meditate on it a little more in the coming series. I just want to pray and I want to declare this upon you, that the Lord is telling you something which is so important. If we can just learn and how to co-labor with the laws of God, things are going to be really different around us. Many times we think that it is God's responsibility to run my life and I don't have any part to play. And then we take a back seat and we become passive concerning the things of God. And we think that the promises of God or the prophecies of God or the plans and the purposes of God will just accomplish on its own. My dear friends, it doesn't happen that way. In natural, we spend a lot of time preparing for something that we need. For example, a student prepares for the exam. He doesn't pray that, Lord, I just surrender my exam into your hand. Come on, you take the paper and you write it. Paper is not gonna, fill on its own. God is not going to write your exam. Similarly, the spiritual life has to be run in co-laboring with God. We need to learn to co-labor with God. And that's why understanding the laws of God is very important. So I pray that the Lord's revelation will dawn upon you and you will start leading a life together with God. And let's guard our heart, which is our production center, with all diligence, because out of it flows the issues of life. God bless you. Hey friends, I'm coming to you through these teaching series so that the Word of God can take deeper roots in your heart, so that together we journey along with God, so that together we learn how the Spirit of the Lord wants to move in our time. So please do subscribe to these videos and pass it on to your friends, and let these revelations bring a revival in your life and in your family. God bless.